John Newman and Tiring Game. 8 is the time. You are listening to Steve and James Smith here on the Keighley Kicks Football Show. Wednesday evening, 7 through till 9. You'll always find us here. Well, we have moved on to North West Counties. As I was saying, Silsden not having the best of seasons, but they did go away at the weekend, or away to Winsford United, and came back with a very valued 1-1 draw. And I'm happy to say I've got the manager on the line. That is Ryan Haigh. Good evening.
Good evening, Steve. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. You, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good stuff. Well, as I said, difficult trip to Winsford, but you did come back with a point.
Yeah, we're happy, to be fair. Well, we thought we could have... I mean, as the game panned out, we thought we could have come back with more.
Yeah.
But like you just said, you know, it has been a bit stop-start season. We've gone on a run and hit the cups, and then just not performed in the league with suspensions and injuries and people unavailable. So we just haven't got going yet.
I'm gonna say, Ryan, it's been a difficult season for the Cobberdalers, and Danny Bolton departing, going back a couple of months now, and injuries and suspensions and this and that. It just seems to be one thing after another. But you've kept going, haven't you?
Well, it's only 6 weeks since Danny left.
6 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, and it's with the change around in the squads. You probably won't recognise the squad from the game that we put out the last time to what's put out now. So it has took a lot of. There's a lot of phone calls going on. There's a lot of moving in and out. But we're quite happy with what we've got on board now. It's still a young squad, and we'd like to add a little bit of experience at that level there. But it's hard to get people tied up at this time of year, and we don't like to move as well. And they're in settled side. The people you want are in settled, successful sides. So
yeah, well,
we are happy with what we've got, to be fair.
Brilliant. Well, what I'm going to say, it's been, like you say, it's been 6 weeks since Danny's departed. Have you found it difficult, Ryan? Has it been a difficult transition to be running the ship alone, so to speak? I know you've got Paul with you, but has it been difficult?
No, I don't think it's not been difficult. It's different. It's I think, like we said last time, it were. I know you had Danny on a few weeks ago. It were the joint manager side. It were difficult for both of us, really. We got on, and we've got on for years.
Yeah.
But I think we were both ready for that challenge of the number one.
Yeah.
And it were. You think he had one idea, I had a different, and not that we ever fell out about it, but this way it allows you to. It's your own ideas, and you live and die by that.
Of course. Do you think at times that when you've got two people, I'm not just talking about you and Danny, I'm talking about in general, when there's two people running a football team, can there be contradiction, or can there be a little bit of miscommunication with the players?
Like I said, I won't say that about me and Danny.
No.
It can get confusing for the players when you do stick two managers in there.
Yeah.
I think that's been proved at any level.
Yeah, of course.
Premier League, I remember when Liverpool did it years and years ago.
Yeah.
It probably does add a bit of confusion in there. But you go back to the standard setup where you've got your one man at the top and everyone knows where they stand. And
of course.
I think it's easier all the way around, really.
Yeah. Well, I know a few players departed. They went back. Well, they went back to Keighley, but they've gone on to other clubs. Have you managed to bring some new acquisitions in, Ryan?
We've got one or two in. I think last time we spoke, Elliot Firth had just joined as the centre half.
Yeah.
He's looked good. We've brought in Joe Gard's side, obviously from he played 1 or 2 for the development. Ollie Hunter, Fred Midgley, and we've brought in Charlie Collins and Wayne Morrison from the Lancashire area, just to give us a bit of experience, really. Charlie's played a little bit higher, and Wayne were bagging goals in the. We're at the development level, but he was scoring goals.
Yeah.
And I've known about Wayne for a number of years, which I know a few managers at this level have. And he's never really got that chance in my eyes. So
right.
When it came around, the opportunity to get him on board, we jumped at it.
Well, it's no secret that you must have the youngest team, youngest squad in the North West Counties Premier Division. You've got to. Well,
I look around when we turn up at some grounds, or when they turn up at ours. And
I know.
Ours is 19, 20.
There's some monsters turning up, isn't there?
And some of these guys have even when they turn up in the 28, 29, and you think you've got a lot more experience than us.
Yeah.
But that is where we sit. We're having to take lads out to Craven League football, out to West Lancs football, and work with them. I like that bit, as every coach probably do. You love the challenger. Yeah. Can you improve them a little bit? And that's what we've gone for. We're hoping to try and build this squad that'll hopefully stay together more than anything with the same ideas. And if you can do that, then it's 2 or 3 years down the line, it's probably more beneficial for the club.
Of course, I must admit, I get, as a Silsden fan, as you know, I get frustrated and I think, oh dear, it's going to be curtain, it's going to be bad this season. But when you look around and you look at the North West Counties, it's a good standard of football, and there's players in that league, and they've got maybe 200, 300 league appearances under their belt. And
that's it. Yeah, I think we looked around. I think granted we've got Kev Ryan and Danny Thorpe, who've got a few seasons behind them, but you don't have many people in double figures after that.
No.
The one lad we do have, who's a youngster who's played over 100 games for the club, Matty Moses. Yes. We haven't had him for probably 10 weeks now. With injuries. So the experienced lads we've got there, although they're young, we don't even have them at the moment. So
no.
they're having to grow up fast. And credit to them. The one thing about youngsters, they're eager, but you've got to understand that they're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And we can be brilliant one week, and we can be absolutely crucified the next week. And you've got to take the positives from everything and try and build and learn with them. And
I suppose that's where
you follow us this season, and it's a high and low. It's going to be high and low.
I suppose that's where you're earning your corn, really, in many respects. Is not during the games, but bringing your team, getting the chins off the floor after a defeat. With these young kids, they get a bit downhearted, and you've got to pick them back up, ready for next week, haven't you?
Well, some of these, they could be my son, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I'm only 40 myself.
I thought you were younger than that, Ryan.
No, I wish now, but the knees have gone now, so I know I definitely feel it. But no, you've got to, like I said before, you've got to work with him. You've got to know that it isn't going to be the best game every time you watch it.
No.
They are going to make mistakes. And it's how we, as a management team, deal with that. If we jump on the back, they don't perform for another 2 or 3 weeks, and we've got to take it onto the training ground every week. You know yourself. You do the videos for us. We look at them.
Yeah.
You've done a few match reports for us. We work on stuff like that. So we do work hard at it, and it will pay off in the long run.
It does. These little things, like you say, your match reports and these little tedious. It does pay dividends, doesn't it? If you can get it right and work on it.
It does. It does. To be fair, and not bigging you up, but you did a great job for us at Nelson. You did a great report for us at Nelson. It managed us to get us the 3 points at home. We played on the Friday night a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and I know it's it's only little bits, but then at least it gives you a little bit of something to work on, ready for the game.
Well, you've got. I think everyone does it at every level, and I think the more prepared you are, the better chance you've got. And like anything, we'll take any advantage we can get, big or small, at the moment. We've got to be better prepared than people with more experience. We've got to be to stand a chance.
Of course. What's it been like with Paul Evans coming on board? Has it been beneficial?
Yeah, Paul's He's a quiet guy, as probably you know, but as a coach and on the training ground, he comes into his own, to be fair. He's got a lot of knowledge, we bounce off each other, he's got a lot of contacts as well. But I think more important, we both love being on the training ground, and we both also realise that that's where the hard work's going to be done.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's brought Clive Murgatroyd on board, and we've tried to get the link between the development side and the under-19s as well at Silsden.
Excellent.
Trying to get that a bit closer, because that hasn't been right for a number of years. And we've got to do it. We've got to have quality coming through.
Well, that's your breeding ground, isn't it? Or it should be. It should be an automatic reaction to bring them through the under-19s into the development squad, and then hopefully seeing them guys come out on a Saturday afternoon for the first team.
Yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't happened over the last few years. So we're sort of starting from scratch a little bit. We don't have the liberty of being able to go out there and pay 50, 60, 70 pounds for somebody. So we've got to hope that we capture the talent early, 16, 17, get them into the 19s, into the development, and to get the club, the club ethos running through them then, and hopefully they want to stay and play for us.
Excellent. Who's up next for you then, who's up for you next, Ryan?
We've got another cup game, and you shouldn't be playing, but sometimes you want to play. You want to play in the league.
Yeah, of course.
We're 4 and 5 games behind some people, so we want to get back to league action. But we've got Blackpool in the MEN Cup on Saturday at home. So
you certainly owe them one.
Well, again, I look back at the games where we've took a bit of a beating, but they're all for reasons that you can't do anything about. The players that have been missing. We've gone into a number of games this season with no goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Due to a number of reasons, or putting young kids from the development side, or even from Craven League football into the net, like we've had to do.
Well, the keeper came in. You managed to acquire the services of a keeper from Fleetwood, and then he got sent off at Paddingham, didn't he? Which was a bit of a nightmare.
They were a bit unlucky with Joe there, but it's happened. It's football. The referee's seen it that way, and the line has seen it that way.
Yeah.
He's a great player, is Joe. We're lucky to have him at the moment.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to get these players from Fleetwood, because if you can get get a rapport with these league clubs, and hopefully they'll throw a few more players your way.
Oh, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? You've got to live on stuff like that, and hopefully that now and again you do manage to pull in a little bit of a down, whether it's for 4 games, 8 games, or a little bit longer. So you've got to work on them sort of relationships.
Excellent. Well, Ryan, thanks for giving us your time this evening, and hopefully I'll catch up with you down at the Angel Telecom for the next league. Well, this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, we can see you there. That'd be good.
Brilliant. Cheers, Ryan.
Cheers, Steve.
Thanks a lot. Bye now. Bye. Excellent stuff. That is Ryan Haigh, manager of Silsden AFC. Game at the weekend against AFC Blackpool. I'll be down there, probably filming it, and I'll put all the stuff on our Facebook page and on the YouTube page as well. Going to be chatting shortly about Barnoldswick Town, also Craven League football in there as well. And don't forget, if you want to be part of it, then it's 01535 63 11 67. That is our number. Get in touch with us, be a part of the show, and of course you can find us on the Facebook at Keighley Kicks, and we're on the Twitter at Keighley Kicks as well. Excellent